Hi, hello from Santo Domingo. Today, the 20th of September 2021. I'm happy to making this film. I'm happy to be reaching you right from Santo Domingo. This is my first time in this city. Before coming here from the States, I read so much, I heard so much about the Dominican Republic. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful country to visit for tourism. The people were nice, you can have, the food is nice too, and the people, the hospitality here is fantastic. I've met a lot of beautiful people in the United States from the Dominican Republic, and I would say that they are some of the coolest, the most awesome, easygoing people I've met, very hospitable. All right, so that was an inspiration for me. I said I was going to come over here, I was going to visit to check this place out, to make a couple of films, videos for my subscribers on YouTube, to enjoy the hospitality, for a 1 week, 7-day break, away from New York City, which is pretty fast, so I'm pretty intense, so I arrived here Sunday morning, and yesterday, Sunday morning I checked into excuse me, I checked into this hotel. It's called Royal Palace Hotel in downtown Santo Domingo. It's a beautiful hotel with security. It's on Abraham Lincoln Avenue, Royal Palace Hotel. It's cool, it's cool. It's affordable, pocket friendly. I came here because on the internet I saw it was $22. I was looking for something cheap, maybe 15, maybe 20, maybe even 10, if possible, So when I got here, I was told that the room they had wasn't 22, it was 35, and I planned to stay 6 nights in Dominican Republic before heading back to the States, and that was above my budget. So I haggled with the lady at the customer desk. She made calls to her bosses, and eventually they now said they could give me a room for $27. I was going to pay with credit card, so they charged me an extra $30, but $30. So when you added that up, it came to about $181 for 6 days, which was brilliant, which is fantastic and affordable for me. Everything seemed to be going okay until yesterday afternoon in broad daylight when I went to film, and I was filming with my beautiful Samsung A71 phone that I've used several times, and somebody just came from the bike, the motorbike, grabbed it off my hand, and fled back on the bike. His accomplice was waiting, and it zoomed off. That completely spoiled my day, as you would imagine. I knew about the risks coming here. I was advised by several people not to come to Dominican Republic. I was told that my camera was stolen. I was told that I will be stolen. And I said this was crazy. I mean, people come here from all over the world, from Canada, from the US, from Europe. People come here to vacation. I mean, why would I stay away if there was no war here, if there was no armed conflict in the city? It didn't make sense to me, you know. So I like to tackle challenges. I like to do things that are challenging, you know. I like to do things that people tell me not to do. I mean, that's how I write, you know. So I want to see for myself. So I came here with all those preparation, knowing that I wasn't going to film with my phone, my Samsung A71 phone. I knew that, so I came with this camera. I came with another camera, but of course I wasn't going to use that to film on the street. I was going to use it to film indoors. This I plan to use to film on the street. Okay, so but yesterday morning I was uploading video from this camera to my laptop, and it took many hours. I couldn't take it out. I didn't want to destroy it, obviously. So I said to myself, I was going to go with my phone camera, but I was going to be extremely careful, just film indoors in the restaurant where I was going to go, or from the restaurant. So the lady at the reception, fantastic lady, she told me that I should be careful. I shouldn't film on the street, on the Abraham Lincoln Avenue. Now, if I got to, I was headed for a very popular tourist destination here called Colonial. Let me see. I can, yeah. I have a paper here. So the destination was Paraguay Independencia, Zona Colonial, that's right, and Puerta del Conde. All right, so I was going to go over here to eat because I was hungry. I hadn't eaten for, since arriving, and and the lady said, I gotta be careful. She told me my backpack, as you see over there. She said I shouldn't go with it. I should leave at the hotel, and then that I could film around that Zona Colonial area. That place was relatively safe, but I should be careful otherwise. So I went there with my beautiful phone. That took me a while to buy, to be honest. And I was eating in the restaurant, a nice restaurant, but affordable. I had rice, a portion of rice. I had a portion of salad. I had I got a small bottle of bottled water, and I got a grilled chicken leg. That came to about $5 US. Yeah, $5 €5. Yes. So in the restaurant, I found it comfortable enough to bring out my camera. I filmed the restaurant, and then it was a bar restaurant. And then I looked at and saw a few people, tourists, were taking photos and making video by this Paraguay Independencia building. So that encouraged me. I said, okay, let me be a little more adventurers. So I took my food out from the restaurant, inside the restaurant, to a chair. There were chairs outside the restaurant. A few guys were sitting, they were drinking beer. So I took my food out, my half-eaten food out. Then I asked for a bottle of beer. This was the beer I ordered for. It's a Presidente, a big bottle. Okay? Over there in the restaurant, this cost 2.60 pesos, Dominican pesos. Yeah. Yeah. No, sorry. It's 260. 260 pesos, yeah, 260 pesos. So I was drinking my beer and I now decided to, I felt how to make a video, you know. I couldn't come there and not make a video. Why? That was the purpose for me coming to this country in the first place. So I made a video while sitting, and that seemed okay still. Then I became a little adventurous. I said, no, I had to make a video of I had to film the area. Now it started drizzling. I walked over, I finished my meal, I walked over and I filmed the area. And then I made the fatal mistake. I said again, I became a little more adventurous again. I said, okay, let me just make a video along the street area, since I was told it wasn't too dangerous. I'll just be careful staying by the fence that was this block fence that fenced the buildings. So that was what I started doing. And as I walked from this presidential area to now headed towards my hotel, from the road the taxi came, I saw a cemetery. And it blew my mind, you know. I saw the mausoleums, the graves. I saw big graves, small graves. I saw big mausoleum, and there were like hundreds of them, of graves. And it seemed to me like some of the graves went back to 18th century. You know, so I felt totally blown away, you know. I looked at these guys who were buried there and said, oh, can this, see how life is. Life is so, you know, it's so ephemeral. You know, 1 minute we're here, the next minute we're gone. You know, so that totally blew me. I'm actually putting this sweater on with the glasses, you know, to commemorate my losing my camera being grabbed from me, my phone being stolen from me, being grabbed from me right on the streets in broad daylight here in Santo Domingo. All right, so I started making a film, you know, of this cemetery, you know, and then I was away from the road, you know. It was drizzling a little bit, and so I walked along by the cemetery. I could actually touch the fence, you know, and as I got past the cemetery, I stood and I had my phone in my hand like this, you know, all the mistakes I made. I had my phone in my hand like this, and I was filming the area, and boom! I just felt my camera, my phone grabbed from my hand like that. I turned around, I saw this guy, he ran like 4 steps, jumped onto a bike that was waiting, and as I tried to run after him, they just zoomed off. And I just couldn't believe it. I stood there devastated. My phone that I used to make tons of videos, the phone, Samsung A71, beautiful phone with 4 tiny cameras, powerful. I just felt deflated. And I stood there, and for a moment I felt lost. I didn't know what to do. And I thought about all the stuff I had in my phone. And I looked up a family group of 4 or 5 that were watching me. By the way, most people here in Santo Domingo speak Spanish. So that's a little bit of a challenge if you don't speak Spanish. At the hotel, the girl at the reception spoke Spanish. We had to use the phone, Google translator to translate. So back to my story. So this family was watching me, and as I walked towards them, they stopped me and they said, "Oh, they grabbed your phone?" I said, "Yes." And they were just looking at me. It seemed like a movie, you know, it seemed like a movie, you know, like a Hollywood movie maybe, you know. The way the guy grabbed the phone, his hand or his fingers didn't touch my finger. He just probably took 3 or 4 steps, sprinting, and grabbed it like this. He just grabbed it and turned, and then turned and played. So as I felt my phone leave my hand, I turned and saw this guy running. I made to run, and then he jumped into the bike, and then the bike fled off. That totally destroyed my day. Yeah, so I thought I was careful, but clearly I wasn't careful enough. So I had to, so I came back to the hotel, deflated, and I spoke to other guards at the reception who spoke English, thank God. And then he told me, he reminded me, because I was confused at this moment, that I could try and track the phone, to look it up on Google. I did, but because I don't have service here, the phone was off. So Google said the phone could not be tracked. But then I had a option of erasing the data, which was what I now chose to do. So apparently the guy I saw at my hotel told me that once the phone is turned off, all the data will be deleted. So yeah, so that was a dampener for what I hope to be a 6-day fantastic holiday here in the Dominican Republic. I plan to go to Boca Chica, which is I'm told to be about 30 minutes from here. That's a beach town. I plan to go to Santiago, where I'm told, which I'm told is very beautiful. Today is Monday, right? Yeah. So I'm going to overcome this. I believe I have mentally. But this was a lesson to me, and I'm hoping it's going to be a lesson to you as well. If you're watching my video, that we can never be too careful. All stuff like this, phone, camera, property, they're all they're material stuff. They're material. They're ephemeral. So I believe that once we don't put our hearts in stuff like this that are material, that ephemeral, once our hearts are not there, we can overcome any loss. This is my story, we can overcome anything, because even if you were to take me another year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 5 months to get a replacement phone, to save up, to get another phone, that's good. That's okay. Even if I'm not able to, that's still okay. The guys who stole my phone in broad daylight, Santo Domingo, at 3:30 p.m. on the street, to them I say, I bless you. I say good luck to you. I say it's cool. It's alright. It's okay. I hope that you would put the phone to good use. I hope it impacts your life. I hope it impacts your life positively. I hope it blesses you. So I forgive you. I just wasn't careful enough. But this is a lesson I've learned. And I hope that my viewers have learned this as well from my experience, that you can never be too careful. So when you travel, when you go out on the street, wherever you are, wherever you live, every city is the same. There's crime in New York, in London, in Lagos, Nigeria, in Accra, Ghana, in Canada, in India, in Spain, Italy, France, in Germany, in Belize, in Panama, in Costa Rica, San Jose. There's crime everywhere. A lot of people are desperate, and that's the only way they know how to. So this is a lesson for me and for you, if you will, to try to be a little more careful, to be extra vigilant, to be extra careful, and to know that you can never be careful enough. No matter what you do, you can never be careful enough. So just do the best you can to protect the things that mean something to you. And I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. enjoy your day, dream big, never stop running, never stop dreaming, never let anything stand in your way, never let any obstacle stand in your way. We can overcome anything. Take care and bye from Santo Domingo.